Good evening.
A very good evening, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to meeting number 16 of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. Welcome to another power packed meeting full of learnings, speeches, and double evaluations, and a new twist with the round robin table topic session. I'm Toastmaster Priya Singh, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Before we begin, I'd like to share a few important guidelines that are important for ensuring that our meeting is seamless and smooth. Our session today is for approximately 2 hours, and you are requested to be with us for throughout this meeting to get maximum benefit from it. Kindly ensure that your cameras are on and audio is off throughout the meeting unless you need to speak or you're called upon to speak. While Toastmasters International does not have any restrictions on expressing views on sensitive topics such as politics, sex, religion, here at the Gabbys, we request all participants, guests, to be mindful and refrain from speaking any controversial views on these sensitive topics. At the Gabbys, we stand by our club mission, which is to create a supportive learning space which helps the members to build communication and leadership skills and thereby promote their personal growth and professional growth. The theme for today's meeting is origami, the beautiful Japanese art which is so creative, beautiful, calming. I'm sure a lot of you would remember creating beautiful origami items as a child. So, here, let's begin this meeting with a small poem on origami, and I call it Folded Peace. In the land of the rising sun, paper was used as art and fun. Origami, the name of this art, a quiet and mindful craft. From boat to star to dove, each fold done with focus and love. With single sheet, gentle hands, you make anything either simple or grand. Origami calms and stills the mind, helps you unfold from the grind. With folds, we shape not just a page, but release the stress from our mental cage. A daily ritual of art with grace, done at homes, schools, in every place. It teaches patience, care, and flow, and how beauty evolves when we go slow. With that, I would like to now call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Samita Kar, to take this meeting forward. She is a three-time Triple Crown Award winner who has completed 3 pathways. She represents the club at area level contests. She's a dynamic soft skills trainer with a dream to empower women leaders. She boosts confidence, communication, and careers. An avid storyteller and passionate traveler with her bag full of stories. So let's put our hands together to welcome the presiding officer of today's meeting, Toastmaster Samita Kar. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for such a warm welcome. Let us hear it for our Sergeant at Arm, Toastmaster Priya Singh, for such an energetic start and starting right on time. I declare Gabby's Online Advanced Toastmasters Club meeting number 16 open. I welcome all the members of our club, visiting Toastmasters, and guests to our meeting today. I can see guest Toastmaster Shalin Kotia. Please introduce yourself with a quick 15 to 20 seconds introduction. From where did you hear From where are you and from where did you hear about our club?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So I'm from Jaipur. I'm from Pink City Toastmasters Club, Jaipur. I have attended meetings of Gabbys earlier as well. And I have come to this meeting after quite some time. And I have heard about Gabbys through the portal, the Toastmasters portal itself. And I used to be a regular at these meetings, but I could not because of work pressure. So now today I thought that I should attend. So that's why I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Please remain till the end of the meeting and definitely we will talk to you. Is there any other guest that has come to a meeting today and we can have Shay J? Are you a Toastmaster or a guest? Okay. Okay. So we can't hear you, Shay. What you can do is you can put in your introduction in the chat. Now, for the Toastmasters, you all know what Toastmaster is all about. But for the guests, let me tell you a brief introduction of the Toastmasters. For 100 years now, Toastmasters International, which is a non-profit educational organization, a platform which was started by Dr. Ralph S. Medley, has helped millions of people become more confident communicators, public speakers, and leaders. The Toastmasters network of clubs and its Learn by Doing program were created to help people develop these skills and achieve their personal and professional goals. We at Toastmasters, we know how every single meeting we have so many roles to be taken, speeches to be delivered, there are table topics to take part in, something for everyone to come to these meetings, spend this time and learn something from it. I request all of you, please stay till the end of the meeting and then we will definitely again talk to you about what did you find interesting in the meeting and anything that we can improve on. Like every Toastmasters meeting, today's meeting also has a theme which doesn't need any gum but can create magic. That will be more information will be given by our Toastmaster of the day. Now, our Toastmaster of the day is a pro life person and she likes chaos and being busy like a bee. So, please give a round of applause for the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Esha Roy. Over to you, Toastmaster Esha Roy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. And today, the topic of our discussion is origami. So, how many of us remember our craft classes? So, like, does anyone want to describe their experience, like how craft has impacted their life? Okay, let me talk about my experiences. So, craft has taught me that you have to you can relax and you can be creative, and that creativity is not just about creativity and it de-stresses you. So that's very important, and that's why origami is one of the one is not just art, it is also a blend of art and science. It's also one of those elementary subjects which are taught in school in order to make children more mindful. So there are, let me start with the origins of origami. The word origami is made up of two words, two
Toastmaster
smaller
Esha,
words. Yeah,
Toastmaster Renu Koshan had raised her hand. She wanted to speak for the
yeah.
that you
Please,
had
please, please.
asked.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, no, it's perfectly fine. You can continue. I can contribute later also.
No, that's okay. I would like to hear about your experience so that we can
Yeah,
also catch
when
up.
I heard the word origami for the first day, definitely was a time of a nostalgia. I went back to my childhood days, and I remember somewhat coming to our school and making out different patterns out of paper. And that was very, very fascinating as a child. I remember buying multiple such small books which were distributed in the school and tried attempting those patterns at home. And then now, when I had my own children, I remember buying books for them for in origami in particular. Mm, yes, it's a very calming, soothing, and it's a very happy space to be in whenever craft is in play. So I think it's very calming and soothing thing.
And do we remember about the colorful papers that we use? Fluorescent yellow, neon green, and bright pink. So that is origami. Origami is not just about folding. It's also about the vibrant colors and combining them. And so, as I was talking about the origin of origami, the word origami was made of. Ori, which means to fold, and kami, which means paper. So, in some of the blogs which I was reading about origami, I found that some of them are very determined to go on folding until it's not possible to fold anymore. And the use of glue is against the rules if you actually look at the rules of origami. And nowadays there are origami competitions. So there are a lot of people who in Indonesia especially, they are they have origami competitions, and in which they are out to make out fold into shapes which are animals, and they will make accessories and bags and boxes and everything. And with that, uh, yeah. So also I would like to talk about the paper folding traditions. So in the 7th century, paper was introduced in.
Toastmaster Isha,
Yeah,
our guest speaker,
yeah.
Venkata Sivakumar, he has also raised his hand. I think he
Yeah,
has
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
to
Please, can we also hear from him?
Yeah, I'm about to thinking about the two situations. What you said, like origami means not only just making the animals with the paper, because I remember the my school days where I made a flight with 5 pieces of rocket paper. So I still remember the process how to make a rocket, and I kept it for many months. And also that for Independence Day and Republic Days, my teachers taught me how to decorate the school with the color papers, which is very complex thing nowadays. Everyone are doing just by buying. So those are the two experiences I have with the origami.
That's what. And origami is not only about that, and everyone must be remembering the famous paper plane. So I have a story for you in which there is one man, okay, and he was going on a boat, okay. So I will make a boat quickly, and I will this. So this is the boat happening, okay, and then he decided to sail the boat on a rainy day. And what happens is that his shirt collar came off. So now, then his other parts of the boats also started coming off. And then after that, what we are left is with finally a shirt or a vest. Yes. So origami is not just it's not just a craft, it is also we can use them as props, and we use them in order, whether it's animals or accessories, or we use them for gifts and everything. And also uh, uh, yeah, so to come back to the history, yeah, so origami, there are many books which describe origami techniques, and these include simple diagrams of basic folds, and like valleys and mountain folds, or sometimes they may involve intricate folds. So I have prepared a game for us which we will continue to play after our first speaker. After the prepared speeches section, we will play a game in which the envelope which I have made from origami, we will utilize it to make our meeting more interesting. Yeah. So now I would like to introduce our general evaluator for the day. So our general evaluator for the day is Toastmaster Gaurav. Gaurav is a design engineer based in Bangalore with a strong academic foundation in mechanical and tool engineering. He brings a curious and creative mindset to everything he does, whether it's gaming, sketching, or exploring the open road on his bike. Driven by a desire to grow as a communicator and leader, Gaurav joined Toastmasters to step out of his comfort zone and connect with like minded individuals. Over to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Esha. So that was our Toastmaster of the Day. Let's put our hands together for our Toastmaster of the Day. I mean, what an amazing concept. For me, it is really close to me. That's because I'm a mechanical engineer. And trust me, mechanical engineering is nothing but origami, but you play with metals and other materials. So that's something really close to me. And today, as the general evaluator, the purpose of my role today is to evaluate everything that takes place in today's meeting throughout. So during the meeting, I will take notes of everything that happens and that does not happen. And just like how origami requires all these 10 fingers, right? Without these fingers, it's really hard to make a good product, a good piece of art. We have the supporting roles or maybe the main roles, that is the tell team. So tell team is nothing but the timer, evaluator, language evaluator, and the listener. So let me introduce our role takers of today. That is first the timer. That is Toastmaster Pratibho Karmakar. Can we have him pinned onto the screen? Toastmaster Pratibho is a third-year undergraduate student at IIT BHU. He joined Toastmasters with an aim to sharpen his presentation skills and basically manage his stage presence. Apart from academics, he's a passionate about music and enjoys singing in his spare time. So I'm sure our timer for today will make the timer report really musical. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Gaurav. So, as said, I'm the timer for this meeting, and I will be in charge of making sure that all the agenda in our meeting involving the prepared speeches, the table topics, and the evaluations happen on time. So, let me explain the uh, how it works. So for the prepared speeches, uh, when the speech crosses the 5 minute mark, I will display the green color on my screen. Is my video working?
Sorry, is it just me or I'm not able to see the screen?
Yeah, we are not able to see it.
Could you try resharing it, Toastmaster Pratibho?
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, is it now visible?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yes. So when the speech crosses the 5 minute mark, I will display the green screen. When it crosses the 6 minute mark, I will show the yellow screen, and when the time limit is over, I will show the red screen immediately. So that is how it will work. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you for explaining your role in a crisp manner, Toastmaster Pratibho. Next, we have the language evaluator, that is Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Toastmaster Sunil is very enthusiastic about learning new things and to evolve himself, and has an passion for cricket, playing cricket and speaking in English, and strong believer in simplicity, integrity, and hard work. He has joined Toastmasters to develop speaking in English and communication skills. In addition, he always prefers to build good and strong relationships to enhance his human assets. And we can see the art in Toastmaster Sunil Gupta's outfit today. I think it suits perfect. Over to you, Toastmaster Sunil.
Thank you, General Evaluator. A few years ago, I was traveling in a train, and a young lady was sitting beside me. When she had to get off the train, she asked me that, would you mind carrying my bag to the gate, please? I said, yes, of course, I would mind. She gave me a bad impression and left. So, friends, speaking incorrect English or correct English with filler words can lead to misunderstandings, miscommunication, and negative social consequences like being perceived as less credible or being laughed at. Dear fellow Toastmasters, distinguished as the language evaluator for today's meeting, I'm responsible to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language uses. I'll also make note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and role players of today's meeting. My report would focus on these major areas. Number one, filler words such as Number two, inappropriate interjections, for instance, and well, but, so, you know. Number three, the use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing, that thing, etc. Number four, repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, this means, this means. Number five, unintentional long or short pauses made by the speakers. Number six, any misuses of the English language. Number seven, any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As the language evaluator, it is also my responsibility to provide a word of the day. And for today's meeting, the word is exquisite. Exquisite. It's an adjective and it means extremely beautiful and delicate, extremely flawless. Look at its examples are, look at this exquisite painting. Her singing voice is truly exquisite. I would urge all of you to use the word of the day as much as you can in your speeches. I'm going to post the word of the day, its meaning, and examples in the chat for everyone's reference. I'll share my report in the evaluation session when the general evaluator calls me upon during the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, general evaluator.
What an exquisite way of explaining the role, Toastmaster Sunil. Thank you for that. And next we have our listener, Toastmaster J. Pareikh. Toastmaster J is second-year student at VIT Vellore with a strong passion of artificial intelligence and machine learning. He believes in learning by doing, which drives him to pursue hands-on projects and real-world challenges. He thrives in fast-pacing environment of hackathons, where he channels his creativity to build impactful solutions that make difference in the people's lives. Over to you, Toastmaster, listener of today, Toastmaster J.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, Toastmaster and guest. Today I have been the I have given I have the pleasure of being the listener of the day, which means my ears will be on high alert. I will be listening to every segment, every speaker, and all the tiny details. At the end of the meeting, I'll ask a few short questions to find out if we have all been listening or not. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
So we better pay really close attention to what our meeting goes like, right? So thank you for that, listener Toastmaster J. And this was my tell team who's going to make sure that the meeting goes streamlined and goes perfect. So I'll be back later on. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Esha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. And I would like to introduce the three segments for the benefit of guests. I would like to introduce the three segments of our Toastmaster meeting. One is the prepared speeches section, where members deliver speeches based on their chosen pathway projects. Next is the round robin table topics, where everyone gets a voice, a moment to speak, and a chance to shine on the same topic. And the third section will be the evaluation section, where we receive constructive feedback that helps us grow as communicators. So, Now I would like to go to the first. I would like to give the. I would like to introduce the first speaker of the day. The first speaker of the day is Toastmaster Venkata Sivakumar. Venkata Sivakumar is currently working as an automotive testing engineer at TCS with more than 4 years of experience. He is interested in public speaking to become master in delivering speeches on sensible social issues in a great way without hurting publicly. And today the speaker will be doing level 1 of the path persuasive influence, and the project number is project number 4. The speech duration timer, please make a note, is 5 to 7 minutes, and the speech title is Bring You Back.
Can I start or Evaluator will read out the purpose of the speech?
I will also introduce the evaluator. The evaluator of today is one moment.
Pratibho, can you change your screen? It's green. It's showing green.
Yes, I'm working on it.
Can the evaluator introduce himself?
I'm evaluator too. My name is Ritu George.
I am Evaluator 1. I am Saroj Rathod.
Can I start? Good afternoon, everyone. Whom you love the most? Can you please raise the hand and tell me the relation name whom you love the most? Okay. I have one person whom I love the most. Let's wait till my speech completes. In my school days, after school work completed, every one of my friends go for play because there is no electricity till the bedtime. Everyone do play, but few friends do their the next day homework because there is no electricity early in the short span of evening light. They do complete their homework. I do join with them and I finish my home. It has happened like that for many days, and I got second prize as well for my studies. When I moved to my high school, I went to chase my time to reach my school tuition on time. After completing my school time to reach the tuition, I may have only 10 minutes of break. After all my work done, like to get fresh up and all. I go every day for a high school tuition, and I am the only person who come to a tuition, not only for study, but for one girl to watch who never see me. Even when I moved to my diploma, I chased again, not for that girl, to clear that backlog. Tough subject, electrical machines. Here, I chase like an rotor to catch the stator of the motor. Every day, I do watch my watch on cycle. I pedal my cycle to the tuition to be on time, to reach and to prepare well for the
खा लिया
examination.
खत्म हुआ ना अभी सब खिचड़ी खा लेंगे फिर
And when I when I'm in that very dedicated situation, I cleared my subject and I got good score as well. My photo got published on the hostel banner as well. When I moved to my BTech, there I realized that I'm overweight of 5 to 6 kilos to get clear in physical test of army officer role. So I woke up at early day 4 a.m. and with my friend I reached the playground, which is looks like midnight. Even at 4 a.m., no one have reached the tuition. No one have reached the playground. Me and my friend do 2-3 rounds in a big playground, which looks like a sleeping bed with green grass. Every day I do like that to wake up early by jumping the hostel gate without biting by the dogs. And now I'm missing that guy who is very hardworking, dedicated person who never get demotivated. And the most loving person is that you inside. And I mean that most loving person whom I love is that person who dedicatedly worked in my earlier days. But now I'm chasing to get up, woke up early before 9 a.m. This is how the time changes. I believe everyone have that phase which is very difficult to get out of that very lazy situation, to be like you who is very dedicated person in your past life, highly motivated every day. No one need to scold you to do that particular job, a particular practice and all. So I want, if I get a chance to travel back in my time, I will surely bring that back person in time machines. So I want to tell one thing to everyone. If you are in deep, low, or demotivated situations, don't be get motivated by others. There is a one guy in you. There is a one person in you who is very highly motivated, who always works hard. So always try to bring back you, that highly motivated person. Over to TMOD. Thank you.
Thank you for that fantastic speech, Toastmaster Venkata Sivakumar. And now we will be, let's hear him. And after that, we have one more speaker today. So the Toastmaster Prapurna is attempting his path strategic relationships level 3 project number elective number 4 project name is prepare for an interview and project objective is for the member to practice all the skills needed for presenting himself or herself well in an interview. The speech duration will be 5 to 7 minutes. Please make a note timer. Then speech title will be application for VP education at GOAT. Application for VP education at GOAT speech title. And the evaluator for today is Toastmaster Nancy Goel. Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel is who has to her credit the distinction of completing a full path in the Toastmasters pathway in just 21 days. She is the winner of several awards like Spearhead and Master Mentor from District 92 and has completed 5 paths in Toastmasters pathways. So, can the evaluator be spotlighted?
Uh, Prapurna, you want to update the TMOD?
Nancy is the interviewer for me. She's not the evaluator.
Sorry, she's the interviewer. Sorry.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Esha, for introducing the interviewer. Now, hi, Prapurna. Very good. Thank you so much for applying for the role of VP Education at the Gabbys Online Advanced Club. We are really happy to have this conversation with you. Well, the role of VP Education at the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club is something that is very pivotal in shaping the education path for all the members who join the club. So I would like to hear your insights on how do you see this role. So let's first start with the first question. What motivated you to apply for this particular role, the VP Education at the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club?
Okay. First, to make it clear, I had already done the VP education role in another club, which is an offline club. So now Gabby's is an online club, and it is an advanced club where people are from different countries, different places in India itself. So I'll get the chance to network with different people. I can attend their meetings, I can come back to Gabby's and implement if they are doing something better. So I'll get more scope either to grow as a person, or else either to improve the quality of the meetings at our club. So that's why I have chosen this role.
Okay. Since you mentioned that you have already taken up this role in the past, can you give me certain examples how you helped people, how you helped the members of the previous club in shaping their path?
First, as a VP education, have you ever heard of this term? VP education is called the mother of the club. At least at our club, they used to say, the people who had already done this work. So as a VP education, it was already meant, I got mentally prepared that I have to handle the people in a very nice positive manner. I should boost them in case if they are not giving their speeches properly, if they are not knowing how to perform the roles, I need to educate them. And if the new member is coming up, they don't know what the Toastmasters education program called Pathways is. I need to help them. I need to do the orientation session. So I did to whatever extent I can by explaining the core competencies when they do the pathways, what will they get, how can they improve as a speaker when they adhere to this Toastmasters education program, and how it is beneficial, equally important to take the auxiliary roles as well, apart from speaker or general evaluator or the cliche roles.
So when we look at VP education role, especially at other clubs, we have the officers who we need to coordinate with on day-to-day basis as well as members. But at the Gabby's Toastmasters Club, you know that it's a family of two clubs. We have got the Gabby's as well as the Gabby's Online Advanced Toastmasters Club, and we have got single XCOM, where the VP education is not only working independently. You have to work in collaboration with the other VP education. So how do you envision yourself collaborating with other officers, other club officers, as well as the other VP education?
So, coming to collaboration, even when you work as an EC member in any of the Toastmasters club, you need to collaborate with everyone. It is not like because it is having two clubs, you need to collaborate with the other person. It is equally important in any professional setting that we need to collaborate with someone else. So, if you have that mindset, I don't think it will be a problem to collaborate with someone else.
Okay, let's now talk about some of the member issues. Let's have one case study where two of the members have booked the same slot for the same meeting, and you have only one speaker slot. So that might call for a fight or argument between the members. How will you sort this kind of a situation between the members?
It happened in my term as well. So where one member has reached out to me that he need a role, but I have to give preference to the member who had already approached me a week before. So I have allotted to that member, and this member got disheartened, and he thought I'm not getting a role. So he didn't come to meetings for a month. So then I have
Okay.
called him a person and explained him the process. So I motivated him. Then he became a regular member once he understood the procedure, how it works. So because when the person enters in Toastmaster, they don't know how the EC works, what kind of rules and regulations we do follow when we are allotting slots. So we need to explain them, clarify them. This is the thing we need to follow. We follow. So it will build that bonding. Once it has established, then things will go well.
Okay, so basically, you will be helping the person learn the policies as well as the process so that it's easier for the member. That answers my question. Um, in case you have a lot of old members in the club and they are not regularly attending meetings, how would you encourage them to attend the meetings more regularly?
Ha. This is a general problem with veteran speakers. They have achieved a lot in their 10 years journey, 20 years journey in Toastmasters. Now they need something different. For that, we need to make the meetings creative. Otherwise, they have taken these speaker roles, they have given various. I'm sorry, I'm getting a call. They have given various, in various meeting settings, they have given the speeches, they have participated. But, just a second. So if you make the meetings creative, then then they will come to the meetings. That is one of the way we can attract the new members, either by involving them as a keynote speakers, or either by increasing the meeting quality by making it creative, like a reverse meeting. In my term as VP education, we have used this reverse meeting theme, which is very difficult, only veteran members can do, so it is a bit challenging to them, so they'll come to the meetings for these things. So
Okay.
that's how
Thank you.
I can involve the veteran members.
Well, thank you so much for your interest as well as for all the answers that you have given. Do you have any question for me?
uh, uh, in Gabbys, so how you are handling educational sessions, and then you are planning round robin table topics. So you are following various themes. So how do you decide all these themes? How, whether it's working or not? Either do you do as a trial and error basis, or how do you decide?
Well, thank you so much for your question, Prapurna. As you see, the timer card is already read. In the interest of time, I'll answer your question offline. And with this, I thank you for your time and interest. Looking forward to have you as part of XCOM. Thank you. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, TTM Nancy.
Yeah. Let's hear a round of applause for the wonderful speech given by Toastmaster Prapurna. And after this, we will we are now going for the round robin table topics, a segment designed to tickle your mind, challenge your spontaneity, and polish your impromptu speaking skills. This section will be led by our table topic master, Toastmaster Gauri Agarwal. Toastmaster Gauri is a chartered accountant turned image consultant and soft skills trainer, helping companies address people management challenges. As a leadership trainer and life coach, she guides transformation journeys through her rebrand self. She also incorporates tarot as a tool for self awareness and personal growth. Over to you, Toastmaster Gauri.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Esha. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Now, you know how sometimes life throws us questions when we least expect it, like, why isn't the report ready yet? What's for dinner? Why are you still single? Well, I promise you today, I'm not going to ask you any of those painful questions. Instead, we are going to have a little bit of fun with round robin table topics. And let me just explain what that is. I'm going to give you one topic, and every topic is going to have 3 speakers. Every speaker will get a chance to speak for 1 minute. After 1 minute, the Zoom moderator will mute the speaker. So when I give topic 1, speaker 1 will speak for 1 minute, after which he or she will be muted. Speaker 2 is going to continue speaker 1's story for another 1 minute, followed by speaker 3. After which we will move on to topic number 2. Can you just show me with a raise of hands or thumbs up if everyone is clear with the rules of table topics? Okay, lovely. Thank you for responding. Now, the surprise element is I will pick, you are free to volunteer yourself.
Can I ask a question, Toastmaster Gauri?
Sorry?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, as my role as timer, so what should I do? I should display the green window at 30 seconds and then the red window at 1 minute.
No. So after 1 minute, you're going to straight away show the red card.
Okay, understood.
So there's no green and yellow for this, for round robins. Yeah. Okay, so I do see Toastmaster Elios's hand up. Zoom moderator, can we please spotlight Toastmaster Elios? Can we also spotlight Toastmaster Samita? And can we spotlight Toastmaster Priya? Toastmaster Priya, can you come on camera? We're not able to spotlight you. Thank you for coming on camera. Can we spotlight? Yeah. Okay, now the order of the speakers. Okay, let that be a surprise. When I give the table topic, Toastmaster Priya will be the first one to go for it. Toastmaster Priya, ready? Okay, lovely. The topic for you is, what is the one thing you would do differently if you could start this year all over again? What is the one thing that you would do differently if you were to start this year all over again? Toastmaster Priya.
Courage is something which builds over time. And I really wish if I get this opportunity to start my life this year from the beginning of 2025, I would want to be more courageous. Courageous in not only making more adventurous choices, but courageous to go ahead and do what brings out the best in me. I've always been very timid. I always put others before myself and keep my priorities at the back, thinking that they need my support more. And I don't have the courage to come forth and say, no, I want to do this for myself. So if I have to begin my time back again in this year, I would be more courageous to come up on video and be there.
Toastmaster Priya, your time is up. Okay, now from where she left off, second speaker is going to be Toastmaster Elios. Please continue from where she left.
And to be courageous takes time. I was stumbled upon several times in front of the audience. And it is definitely not an exquisite performance. And I failed a lot. I started to speak with my audience, but they don't reply. They don't respond. They don't even understand what I'm talking about. And that's what made me fear of missing out of their attention and their understanding. So I come into something, a solution, and this solution definitely will reveal by our dear friend Samita. Back to you.
Toastmaster Samita, continue, please.
Courageous. Being courageous is actually so difficult. But when we come to the end of the year, looking back, there are so many decisions which I could have taken much earlier, which I have not taken. For example, why didn't I take a solo trip? Go somewhere without a plan, a solo trip without a plan, where I could have gone, experienced how it is to land on a foreign place. Foreign means not out of the country, in India, the places that we don't know, and then find a place to stay. It would be frightening, but definitely by the end of the trip, I would have been a lot courageous. Is it in my bucket list for the next year? Definitely. To travel without a plan, to reach places where I don't know. First train, take it and go off.
Can we have a big round of applause for all the three speakers? Because for multiple reasons, they were the first ones. And secondly, for doing so well. Toastmaster Priya, I agree. Courage, such an important one there. Thank you for kick-starting this segment with such a profound thought. Toastmaster Ilyos, not the fear of your audience not responding, we've all been there. And that's a fear for real. Thank you for sharing that and being so vulnerable. And Toastmaster Samita, what can I say to our Toastmaster contest champion? Of course, a solo trip, but I have overcome that fear and I'm telling you, go for it. You will love it. Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on to question number 2. And may I request the Zoom moderator to spotlight our guest, Dr. Vijay. Toastmaster Shalin, and Toastmaster Ritu George. Dr. Vijay has requested not to be on camera, so we will allow him to speak without the video. Are you ready for topic number 2? Okay, lovely. Your topic is, if you were given a billboard for one day, what message would you put on it? If you were given a billboard for one day, what message would you put on it? And let's start with Toastmaster Ritu.
Billboard. Wouldn't I love to see myself there? No. I think I'll put a social message. That would be more appropriate, isn't it? What I would like to do in the city of Bangalore, well, I would divide the billboard in 2 parts. Firstly, I want to talk about the cleanliness of the city. I think the city has so much potential. I'm going to stick to only Bangalore because that's where I reside. I want to bring in that Swachh Bharat movement in this city. And I want people to become aware and conscious of how they are keeping the city clean. That's one part. The second part, I'm going to still go back to the first part because maybe the next speaker can have some creativity there. But the first, the potholes, which is part of the cleanliness, I would like to just maybe become CM at the bottom and say CM for one day and say, like, make me CM for one day. Vote.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritu. Speaker number 2. Dr. Vijay, are you there? Dr. Vijay, we can't hear you if you're speaking. If you can switch on your camera and disconnect your headphones, please.
We can move to someone else.
Okay, so we will need a speaker, a third speaker. Mm, Okay. Toastmaster Jay, are you up for the topic?
Okay.
Okay. Your time starts now.
The second thing I would put on the billboard is traffic. In Bangalore, there's so much traffic. Getting from one place to another place is just scary. When I got my license, I just recently got my license. I really wanted to drive car around. I take it on a ride. I wanted to go that vibe of going driving car late night. But then I tried one time and there was just so much traffic, even at night, 3 o'clock near my road. I could not get out of there for 2-3 hours. So definitely the traffic is a lot, and we have to really change the roads, expand the roads. They don't do that for 10 years. Sometimes they're just expanding and expanding for 10 years. So yeah, I would like to. The second thing is the road traffic.
Jay, you want to expand a little bit? You still have some time. Okay. Toastmaster Shalin, it's your time now.
So, taking the hint from Toastmaster Jay, I would write ways in which we can reduce the traffic on the streets of Bangalore. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the name of Gabby's Toastmasters Club and encourage people to have online meetings like we have in this Toastmasters Club. Online meetings would promote less traffic on the roads, less pollution. There would be less number of people on the roads. Also, it will promote public speaking also. So people would know how to improve their public speaking, and they would know that public speaking can be improved not only through offline channels but through online channels as well. I would also write the contact details of the VP of Gabby's Toastmasters Club on the billboard so that people could reach out to her and become a member of this club so that they uh, they can improve their public speaking skills. And also,
Wow, wow, wow. That's going to be one hell of a billboard. Starting with the potholes to the traffic to Gabby's on the billboard. Toastmaster Shalin, let me tell you, you've made all of us very happy here. And if you missed it, the VP Education has sent her heart to you. Not her heart, she sent a heart to you. So thank you very much for that. Okay, let's move on to question number 3. And for this, can I request Dipesh Kumar? Dipesh, are you a Toastmaster or a guest?
I'm a new Toastmaster.
Okay, so Toastmaster Dipesh. The second speaker would be Toastmaster Shravan. Would you want to participate?
Yeah, sure, Toastmaster Gauri.
Okay.
But without camera.
Okay. And Mr. Balachandran. Is he there in the meeting?
Yeah, he's there, but not on camera. Yeah, now we have him.
Okay, can we spotlight him as well? Okay, and your question is, what was the most memorable compliment that you have ever received? What is the most memorable compliment that you have ever received? And speaker 1 would be Toastmaster Shravan.
Shravan, you are a committed resource. You are very good in your determination. Whichever task you take up, you will try to make it complete and make it in a meaningful conclusion to any task you take up. This was the first compliment I received when I started my career in my first company. That was the best compliment. In fact, it is very close to my nature also because I'll take up any task which is meaningful, and there should be a meaningful for that activity. And I will try to conclude that activity within the uh, scope of span of control I have, and I will try to conclude and try to hand over. In case if I need to move to other projects, I will conclude it and I will hand over it meaningfully with a structured.
Gauri, you're on mute.
Thank you. Speaker number 2 is Toastmaster Dipesh.
Same topic?
Continue from where Toastmaster Shravan left.
I think for me, compliments are overrated. You shouldn't associate yourself or your identity with compliments as well as insults. It's good you receive compliments, it's good you will receive appreciation, but your sense of identity can never, never, ever come from compliments. It's shallow. You are a piece of mystery. There's a lot of data points. There's a lot of struggles which you know about yourself. Generally, we all see each other and you would be viewed as a version, not the real one. You are like an iceberg, like 20% is visible, 80% is submerged under the sea. So people would pass on compliments on what they know about you, but not on what they never know about you. They don't know about your struggles. They don't know about the nights which you struggled to find sleep in that and find peace in that.
Toastmaster Dipesh, your time is up. Mr. Balachandar, are you a Toastmaster or a guest?
I am a guest.
Okay, so it's your 1 minute now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is something. The word compliment means that it recognizes which is something which is inside, right? Otherwise, it would be a comment. So the compliment means that there is a recognition of something which I am. So I think the best compliment I've received is being called as Tala, which we Chennai people used to call Dhoni because of stable-mindedness. There is a bomb blast outside. I'll be myself. If there is something which is an emergency, I will still be myself without making a mess out of my surroundings. I tend to keep my head very, 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 very clear, and I just don't get into the nonsenses of a lot of Facebook's videos or anything. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I just wanted to.
Thank you, Mr. Balachandran. And first, kudos to your courage for coming up and participating in the table topics. Now, compliments, yes. Firstly, they are personal. Toastmaster Shravan, I relate to the compliment that you received. I think it's lovely to hear that at your workplace. But I also agree with what Toastmaster Dipesh said. So let's move on to our next topic. The speakers for topic number 4 would be, can we have Toastmaster Sunil, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, and would any guest like to participate? Okay, let's go with Toastmaster. Let's go with Toastmaster Mamta. Toastmaster Sourav is also not around. So let's go with Toastmaster Prapurna and Toastmaster Mamta. Toastmaster Prapurna. Toastmaster Swati Barua or guest Swati. Would you like to switch on your camera, please? Swati?
Give me a moment. I'm in the middle of something. Give me a moment.
Okay, Swati, can you confirm if you're going to?
Yeah.
Money.
Coming.
Okay. Toastmaster Prapurna, is it okay if we give Swati a chance? Thank you so much. Okay, the topic for you is, what is a childhood dream that you secretly held on to? A childhood dream that you have secretly held on to. And speaker number 1 would be Toastmaster Sunil.
Sorry, I'm checking your temperature, body temperature. I always wanted to be a doctor, and I don't know how it came to my mind that I wanted to be a doctor. I took PCB in 12th. I worked hard to get selected in medical entrance exam. That time it was called PMT. But as our fate is already written and my stars didn't align, so I couldn't get admission in medical entrance exam and I couldn't be a doctor. And still, it is my dream. And I'm trying to make my daughter a doctor. And luckily, she has also that kind of dream. So I'm very fortunate having that dream with me and my daughter. And let's see when again my stars align and my daughter becomes a doctor. And I hope it will happen.
Okay, second speaker would be Swati.
Hi, all Toastmasters. I need to continue from there, right? It's my first time here. Could you repeat? I have to continue from there. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, that
Toastmaster
is
got it?
correct.
Yeah.
Continue from where he left.
So I come from the city of dreams, Mumbai, the city of dreams, the city that never sleeps. So all that I wanted to do, by grace of God, I have got all sorts of opportunities to fulfill and strike off all my bucket lists. And I'm very glad that dreams are the biggest motivators. They kind of push you through all the challenges, and we all should have dreams. And my dream was to be a therapist, and it couldn't get as told by previous Toastmaster that his stars weren't aligned. So were mine not aligned? I can say before I got married, but life gave me all the opportunities, and I could become a hypnotherapist and a psychotherapist, and all the little things that I wanted to do, as small as like a handstand.
Swati, your time is up. Thank you. Our third and final speaker for this topic, Toastmaster Mamta Jain.
I am an engineer, and before marriage, I was working in a TV manufacturing company. And my dream was to work in some big company like Siemens. It was my dream, but I could not fulfill that because after marriage, I didn't do job. But now my daughters are grown up and my elder daughter is working in Siemens. I feel very happy when I see her in working that company, and it was my dream, but my daughter is fulfilling that dream. So if you have some dream, it fulfills in any way. Not necessarily you are doing that, but when your children do that, it makes you happy. Thank you.
This was such a beautiful round. You've spoken like a true father and a true mother. and very, very relatable. So the saying that parents live vicariously through their kids, I guess that's what both of you have explained. And Swati, kudos to you for doing a fantastic job. Okay, let's move on to our next topic. The speakers would be, of course, we'll start with Toastmaster Prapurna. Speaker number 2 would be Toastmaster Venkat Shivraman and Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Are we ready? If you could switch lives with someone for 24 hours, who would it be? If you could switch lives for 24 hours with someone, who would it be?
Thank you for the topic.
1 second, Prabhuna. I'll spell out the order. Who's going first, second, third?
Okay.
Let's start with Toastmaster Venkat Shivkumar.
Can you repeat the topic?
If you could switch lives with someone, if you could be somebody else for 28 hours, who would you be?
Surely, whom else in the country more powerful than Modi to control the nation, to play with the very powerful corporates, heads, and whatever the rules we can make, even destroying the enemy country as well. But I won't do that because I have the humanity, right, and the people. Because I do passionate about news, where every day I see the lot of things happening in society, which are very frustrating things, which are very irritating things. That time we feel like if I have the power, I can do this. So all such things I will do in that time span with all the newspapers. I will round it out and I will finish all the issues as per the law. Even you can also do the same, I think.
Okay, thank you very much for those thoughts. Speaker number 2, continuing from what speaker number 1 said, Toastmaster Prapurna.
That's a great takeaway from Venkat Shivkumar. So if you have the chance, you will switch the roles with the people who will make the society better. But if I get the chance, I'll try to make the things, I'll switch my role with my own self, where I can do that, how better I can do that from my own self. Instead of switching roles with someone else who has a potential, I try to grab that potential, build up that potential inside my own self. In that way, I'll switch my mental status so that I can give the society the better, the best what I can from my own self. So this is how I'll turn the things around and I'll do the best things that I can.
I think you might be having a little more time in case you want to use it. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Prapurna. Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, please continue.
I really like the idea that Prapurna has shared to be switch roles with your own self. So, I would rather not switch role with anybody else, but I would rather retain my identity the way I am. So, whatever version I was earlier, I am not the same. So, the idea of continuous growth that is happening, the kind of experiences, the way I'm evolving, I'm completely loving the experience and the journey. But if I had to switch roles, then I think I would switch role with somebody like Neeta Ambani, right? To me, she is a cultural ambassador. She's a style ambassador, right? And then she is a corporate person also. The way she's managing so many different roles and with so much grace, and I completely love that. She's into sports. She's into social. I think like social life also. She's very active. She is participating and contributing to the society. So that is one thing I would definitely like to do. I would definitely like to style myself like her.
Thank you to all the speakers. This was our last topic. Now, of course, Toastmaster Sivakumar, you took a political view, let's just say that. And Toastmaster Prapurna, I like the transition when the way you wanted to come on yourself, and the transition was beautiful. It did look like a continuity. And Neeta Ambani, Toastmaster I did not know that about you.
Hi.
Thank you everyone for participating fast. They can speak smart and can anyone complete that for me? Well, when words come knocking, Toastmasters are just home. I would just say that. Thank you very much, and back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Esha.
Let's give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Gauri for leading us through such an insightful and lively table topic session. Let's give a round of applause to our table topic speakers for their quick thinking and impactful words. Now let's take a short 5-minute break, stretch, hydrate, and refresh. We'll see you back soon. Envelopes and so these are envelopes, and since it's an online meeting, so I will like to share my screen so that we can play this game. Okay, and yeah, share. Okay. One moment. One moment. Yeah, so I shared the wrong screen, I suspect. So this is the screen I want to open. Is everyone able to see the screen?
Not
One
yet.
moment. Okay, yeah. Um, Yeah. So, let's play the envelope game. I want everyone here to pick a number between 1 and 2. Easy?
9.
No, 1 and 2. Like I will pick one of the ones and I will pick one of the twos.
1.
Okay. Who was that?
Samita.
Yeah. Okay. So Toastmaster Samita. Um, this is one moment. I'll open the slideshow. Yeah. Okay. So, let's open the envelope. You have to tell a lie and you have to tell 2 truths, and the audience must guess that which is the lie and which is the truth.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. So I have traveled to Sri Lanka. Okay. I have also traveled to Nepal, and I am a NCC cadet C certificate holder.
You haven't traveled to Nepal.
Yes, yes.
Sri Lanka is correct.
Yes.
Correct.
All Gabbys know.
Where I have traveled.
Okay. So, can I have some of the twos? Anyone pick the number 2? I'll select someone to pick for the next envelope, the next task inside the
You.
envelope.
Yes. Um,
Okay. So Toastmaster Prapurna. Okay. So let me just open the slideshow. So your task is you must tell a never have I experienced sort of task. And um, we will decide that yeah, you must tell about a never had experience before this.
I never saw Himalayas.
Okay. And okay, fine. That's okay. Does anyone else want to try? I have never seen, I have never experienced.
I can go.
No.
Yeah, Toastmaster Gauri, please go ahead.
I have never experienced bungee jumping.
OMG. Bungee jumping is scary. You must be an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, but unfortunately, my dad is not.
Okay, fine. So coming back to the theme origami. So origami is it's a sort of way of being mindful about everything, and it can help us like concentrate better, and it can help build our hand-eye coordination skills and so on and so forth. And in origami can also we can make a lot of shapes, and we can make a lot of musical instruments. There are a lot of people who are now into making origami instruments and playing them. So due to a shortage of time, I was not able to produce more props, but I wanted to ideally I would have had more props. So that's what. So just a quick check, are all our role players back and ready? Is the general evaluator ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Over to Toastmaster Gaurav.
What a session it was, learning about origami. It's all about folding papers and bringing out the best art through just a sheet of paper, right? In the similar sense, we have the evaluators just waiting in queue for us to evaluate each and every speaker and fold them into a best art possible. So here in Gabbys, we don't have just one evaluator, but we have two evaluators, and they make sure that every nook and corner of the speech is covered, is evaluated, and we can bring out the best speaker of the speaker. So the first speaker we had was Toastmaster Venkata Sivakumar, and the two evaluators we have is evaluator 1, Toastmaster Saroj, and the second evaluator is Toastmaster Ritu George. Starting off, we have evaluator 1, that is Toastmaster Saroj. Let's know something about her. So Toastmaster Saroj is specialist in business strategy and development with over 10 years of experience. Currently, she is on a parental break, enjoying quality time with her child while pursuing her hobbies of reading, writing, and freehand drawing. So please give your evaluation, Toastmaster Saroj. Over to you.
So, Venkata Shivakumar, your speech was really good. I really impressed on the speech delivery. The message was clear. The speech purpose was to the point. I was engaged from start to end. Structure, content was very simple and easy to digest for complete audience. You started your speech by asking question, which was great start to gauge audience attention. I really liked it. In between, you disappeared from background for a couple of seconds 2 times. So I suggest you to work on your body language. Stay near to camera. Do not move too fast. And try to be close to the camera so that we can see your smile. You were smiling, but we were not able to see you clearly. So try to be clear, while giving smile, and that expression should be visible to all the audience, not of this thing. And work little more on the content. The content was, you would have added more punchline, more humor to add twist and make it more interested, because you're giving the example of your childhood and you are, bringing back to childhood in your adulthood. So a lot of things can be added in your speech, I think so, which you need to work on it if you're choosing the same topic somewhere else then. And on tone wise also, you need to work little more on your lower tone and upper tone. Like when you said, I gone back to school not to chase that girl but to clear my backlog. Here you can play with your voice. So make sure that you use your beautiful voice to give strength on this kind of lines. So I think that you would have added more examples, connected with school things, when how we do the homework things you were talking about, that you can make it more interesting. And the friends example you were giving, that was also, you can given some punchline which can be related to all the audience. So content was I am thinking that it was lacking. The speech title was very good. So the couple of thing was missing, which was not aligned with your speech topic. So otherwise it was really good. The end was really motivating when you said that look at yourself before giving up. That was really highly motivating. So these are things from my side. Keep it up. You did well.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saroj. Next, we have our second evaluator, that is Toastmaster Ritu George. Toastmaster Ritu is an image consultant, personal branding coach, grooming and etiquette expert, a passionate yoga teacher, a former hotelier with sales background and past president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. She believes that a well-groomed outer persona coupled with superior interpersonal skills is winning combination in any field. So that's a lot from Toastmaster Ritu, and we know we have a lot to hear from you now. So over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. My target speaker, Toastmaster Venkata Sivakumar. You had an amazing content. You had an amazing speech. You used the stage very well. I'm just going to go with the body language and the vocal variety that you displayed during your speech. You asked a question. Also, I'm going to check on the grammar and the rhetorical devices, where I noticed you used a rhetorical device called hypophora, where you asked a question to the audience and then you answered it for them. There was a couple of good usage of grammar. You used a phrase. It wasn't very clear, but I think it sounded something like notter to catch the motor, something like that. I missed the exact verbiology, but it sounded like a very good phrase that you used. You had a pleasant smile, like mentioned by the earlier evaluator, throughout your speech. You had a very pleasing personality and presence on camera, which was a delight to watch. Where you could improve on is, for starters, you had a background. I would request you to not have a background on online speeches, because that disrupts your movements and you're not able to see it clearly. You disappeared like a few times from the screen and we were not able to get a full 100% of your presence during your speech. Also, you kept going away from the mic, so we kept losing your words. So try and be closer to the mic, maybe increase the volume, and just so that we don't miss any words, any content, any message that you're trying to really convey. So the audio could have been better. In terms of your vocal variety, you had a lot of stories. So you could have really played around, like mentioned, you could have brought in humor, you could have brought in some drama, you had some stories from your childhood. When you spoke of childhood, you could have moved to a certain side of the screen, of the stage. Then when you came back to your middle layers, you could have come to the center, or to the other side. So something to play around that to show us that I'm moving from stage to stage of my life. That would have been nice. Then you mentioned something around at like 4 a.m. So there you could have brought in a bit of drama. I reached at 4 a.m. where everybody else was still catching up on their beauty sleep. Just bring a little bit of humor because you wanted to bring that aspect. Then there was another point when you mentioned, which is related to your title, bring you back. You mentioned about something where you talked about the most important person is you. At that point, I wish to emphasize that you more and taken maybe a pause at that point because that was your key message for the audience. Well, all in all, it was a good speech. If you take into account some of these points that we have mentioned, I'm sure you can elevate your speech to another level. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you for the beautiful evaluations, both evaluators. So let me just start off. Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Saroj. You typically used the CRC method: commendation, recommendation, and commendation again. The way you started off, the way you encouraged the speaker to bring about a better form, a better part of himself was good. The encouragement was good. But where I feel you could have filled up is wherein you could have been more precise as to what was good. When you were giving recommendations, some things you kind of mentioned that the content could have been better here, but how could he improve? What could he add to make the content much more crisp and much more audience engaging? So I feel the next time you're giving an evaluation, it would be amazing if you could just be crisp as to where he has to improve, give more examples where he has to do better, and that would really help him out. So let's go to Evaluator 2, that is Ritu, Toastmaster Ritu George. The evaluation was really good, Toastmaster Ritu. I don't have much to say. You mentioned exact points wherein he did really good. You did mention examples wherein where he went good, and you mentioned that okay, his stage was not really visible. I mean, he was not really visible in the camera. He wasn't in the window. He was way far away. You kind of made him realize that okay, he is not in the moment. He is not in the screen. Maybe he missed that out, but that was really good. I really don't have much to say because you pretty much covered everything, the aspects where he has to improve, where he did well, and most of all, you used the CRC method. So that is all from my end. Toastmaster Venkata Sivakumar. The evaluation from my end. You know what I felt, kept your speech apart is your smile. The whole speech you had a smile on, and it just made me keep the attention onto your speech all the time. So that is one thing you did really well, the smile. So keep that in all of your speeches. Your emotions as well, that was pretty good, but where you could improve is the emotions, the variations of emotions. That's where I know even I have to improve, but that is something I noticed, a bit of facial expression. But as Toastmaster Ritu mentioned, you were really far away from the screen, so it wasn't really that effective. It was kind of echoing behind, so even what you said wasn't that impactful. So just take care of all the recommendations our evaluators have given, and you're really good to go. So thank you, Toastmaster Venkata Sivakumar. Next, we have our second speaker. That is Speaker Toastmaster Prapurna. Our evaluators for our second speaker, Toastmaster Prapurna, was Toastmaster Mamta Jain and Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. So let's know something about Toastmaster Mamta Jain. Toastmaster Mamta brings with her a unique blend of creativity and logic, being both a visual designer and an engineer. This rare combination shapes her perspective, allowing her to tackle the challenges with an imaginative flair and analytical precision. Beyond her professional pursuits, she finds joy in Swadhyay, reading religious texts, painting, and practicing yoga. She has joined Toastmasters with a clear and inspiring goal to become more confident and impactful speaker. So our evaluator number 3, Toastmaster Mamta, please give your evaluation. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. Our speaker, Toastmaster Prapurna, took us on a wonderful journey through the mock interview for the VP Education role. Right from the beginning, you captured our attention with your confident presence and pleasant smile. Your spoken language was clear, simple, and easy to understand. I especially appreciated the beautiful metaphor VP Education is the mother of the club, which added creativity and warmth to your message. Throughout the session, you showcased strong collaboration and problem solving skills, along with several creative ideas for conducting engaging meetings. Your responses to the interview questions were thoughtful, well structured, and delivered with confidence. To make your interview even more impactful, you could work on improving the flow and pauses between answers. Try to add more variation in tone, speed, and volume to make key points stand out. Also remember to switch off or silence your phone before the session to avoid interruptions. And be mindful of the timing so you stay within the allotted limit. It was turned red towards the end. With a little practice, these aspects will polish your delivery further. Overall, you came across as a confident and capable leader, someone ready to take on the VP education role with enthusiasm and creativity. Your clarity of thought, poise, and innovative ideas truly reflected your potential. With a bit more control over delivery and time, your interviews will become not just effective but truly inspiring. Well done, Toastmaster Prapurna. Over to you.
Thank you for your evaluation, Toastmaster Mamta. Our fourth evaluator, that is Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, will be evaluating Toastmaster Prapurna. So let's know something about him. Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta is a two-time Distinguished Toastmaster who has completed all 11 Toastmasters path. With over 20 years of leadership experience at HP, Target, and JCPenney, he is seasoned expert in analytics, strategy, and marketing. Now a social entrepreneur, he co-founded Practive in 2020 to support students, MSMEs, nonprofits, and women entrepreneurs. A proud father and a lifelong learner, Sourav is passionate about empowering others through learning and leadership. And definitely we have a lot to learn from Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. His resume says it all. So over to you, to Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much. So Toastmaster Prapurna, any interview process from my experience of attending interviews, taking interviews, it's a process of vetting, right? And in any vetting process, there is always a natural environment of doubt. Whatever you put in your resume, how much have you done it? Because it's not very uncommon for people to, add a lot of padding to it. And if I've done this much to showcase as this much. So one is that. The second is to know more about the person, right? There's a genuine interest in knowing more about the person. So how do you do well in an interview, or how are you assessed in an interview? So there are three elements on which I've seen generally people evaluate. One is ethos, logos, and pathos, right? These are the three things that we look at. So what is ethos? The the facts, the objectivity that you bring into the interview, right? And here, I think you did a very good job with ethos because you had a lot of anecdotal evidences. Wherever you talked about something, you did not talk in the air. You said, this particular instance, I did this happened in my club, I did this, right? So there was a lot of anecdotal evidence. Second is logos, where there is a lot of logic that we look for. So your interview or your responses to each of the question was extremely logical. And one of the most important things, which at least for me, is pathos, which is passion. Are you demonstrating enough passion when you're giving the responses? And I think everyone who heard you today would agree with me that passion was absolutely top notch. It was very clear that you like what you do, you want to do what you want to do, and you are absolutely interested in this role. Now, with this kind of a response, what could actually help you? I think one thing is guaranteed, you got the job. I think there is no two thoughts about that. But the question is that if you have to still give the interview in a better way, then what can you do about that? First of all, work on the construction of your responses. I feel that the responses were a bit too verbose. What you could have probably responded in 20 words, you used 200 words. And that is something that you clearly can work on. If you go back and watch the interview, you will see every single response. You literally said the same thing in 3-4 different ways, 3-4 different times. When you over explain something, it does not only bore a person, it also raises a bit of a doubt, right? Why are you explaining yourself so much? Is there something you're trying to hide behind those words, right? So that's something that you need to be very mindful of. The second is that whenever you're giving evidences, your evidences were good, but try to give more details, right? For example, there was a member in my club whose name was this. That person worked in this company. Or in the month of so and so, in this year, so and so, I approved this path. You know, those specific details adds more credibility to the anecdotes. Otherwise, how do I really know that that actually happened, that there was someone in your club who approached you? So these are the two things that I would want you to work on, which would just improve the quality of the interview. But I already said, because you scored well already on the ethos, logos, and pathos, the job is definitely yours. I am looking forward to you leading our club as the VP Education. Thank you so much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. So our third evaluator, Toastmaster Mamta Jain. Your evaluation was just top notch. The content you delivered, the content you expected Toastmaster Prapurna to give was here. But I feel the evaluation was really good. Where you could improve is making it sound more genuine. In the sense, I feel you were reading at one point, but I think you would connect better with the speaker when the speaker knows that you're actually looking into her eyes and speaking out, just like how you speak to your daughter, right? So instead of just reading out or maybe scripting it out, you can use your own words. It's fine if it comes up and down. The words does not have to be all precise and crisp all the time. It all matters with how you deliver it and how the speaker feels about that evaluation. But I'm sure by the end of your evaluation, Toastmaster Prapurna was really inspired, and I could already see how happy she was. And next we have our fourth evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. I don't really have anything to say because you have covered pretty much everything point-wise, crisp, and you encouraged her by saying she could join the team, Gabby's team later on. But I feel during evaluation, there are two segments. One is the content, and the other is the body language. Obviously, she was taking care of how she was standing in an interview or being seated. But if that point was added as to how she was presenting, she was presented well, that could have added a bit more value because it would have covered the whole evaluation aspect of evaluating the speaker. So that is all from my end. Moving on, speaker to Toastmaster Prapurna. Your interview was pretty much the ideal, perfect interview you can ever imagine. So it was perfect. I did not really see any flaws. But the only aspect where you could improve is your hand. I could make out that, okay, you are making some gestures with your hand, but your hand was way below the camera. So even if you made any posters we could not really make out. So maybe you could just tilt your camera a bit down so that you can have your hand visible. That is all from my end. We are done with the evaluation of the speakers. Next, let us evaluate how the meeting went. Starting off, we have our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Priya. Is she in the meeting? Can we have her pinned? Okay, no worries. So Toastmaster Priya, something that keeps you apart is the poem. The energy you start off with and the poem you give in between. It's really beautiful, and that is something that is the cherry on the top. Every meeting, we have that cherry on the top, which just keeps the meeting way apart from regular meetings. So kudos for that. Then we have our presiding officer, Toastmaster Samitakar. Her energy was peak as always. The way she expresses herself, and that is one thing I want to learn from her. The way she expresses in anything, either it is speech or just talking, it's just top notch. I would like to get that that skill from you sometime soon, Toastmaster Samita. Next, we have our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Esha. Origami. The topic was so different. I wondered how would she bring out a topic with this origami? But you brought it out so well that I could not even imagine, okay, you could actually do this. You brought in props. You actually, you made some artwork with your paper, and you actually showed it rather than just speaking it out loud. So that is something which is really amazing, and that is how a meeting has to start and it has to go by. And the meeting was definitely very engaging, but where we could improve upon is the camera. The camera was really focused onto our face, and we could not make out your body at all. It was just the face. So try to make sure at least half your body is visible the next time, so that it is more engaging. It is more engaging. We can see your hands moving around. We can make out, okay, she is trying to say something with her hands. Or let's say you're trying to fold paper. We can actually make out that, okay, this is what she is doing. So that is somewhere you could improve. Else, the way you have structured it, it was amazing. I have no comments with that. But when it comes to structuring the meeting, let's say you're introducing the speaker, right? There is a format that is followed. When you introduce the speaker, and when the speaker is supposed to speak out or give the speech, you're supposed to give out first name, and then the title, name. So that was missing out. And when you kind of started it out, the speaker one was really confused. He did not know, wait, should I start? Should I not start? Or what should I do next? That was really confusing for anyone here. So that is something I think it's been a while for you attending any of these meetings. But yeah, the next time I'm sure you would take care of it. So kudos for everything you have done. It was top notch. It was really engaging, and just keep it up. And do we have our TEL team ready with the reports? Can I get a thumbs up? Timer, language evaluator, and the listener. Okay, I see language evaluator is done. All right. And the timer, okay, yeah. I don't see the timer. Okay, yeah, done. So let us start off with our TEL team. Starting off, Toastmaster Pratibho, our timer for today. Could you please share your report?
Yes. So let me just share my screen. Is mine visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, so I'm happy to announce that there are no disqualifications. However, I would like to consult Toastmaster Renu on this. In Toastmaster Prapurna's speech. She concluded her last response at 7 minutes 26 seconds. However, the interview as a whole concluded at 7 minutes 44 seconds. So, I would like to consult her on whether I should consider this a qualification or a disqualification.
I think as a whole, we can consider her okay, because she ended up with that.
Okay, so I am happy to announce that there are no disqualifications in this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you for
Was
your
my yeah.
yeah, thank you for your crisp report, Toastmaster Pratibho. Next, we have our language evaluator, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Toastmaster Sunil Gupta, could you please share your report?
Yeah. Thank you. General Evaluator, please spotlight me. Okay. Now I am going to share my report. Let me know if it is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to especially thank you to the Toastmaster, the speakers who didn't use any filler words or unintentional sound or any long pauses or short pauses. And that is Priya Singh, Samita Kar, SPO, Gauri Agarwal as TTM, Ritu George as Evaluator 2, Mamta Jain as Evaluator 3, Priya Singh as tabletop speaker, Samita Kar as tabletop speaker, Elios as tabletop speaker, Ritu George as tabletop speaker, Shalin as tabletop speaker, Jai Pareikh as tabletop speaker, Deepesh Kumar as tabletop speaker, and me as a tabletop speaker. And let's see what good uses of language and not so good uses of language we used in the meeting. First, Priya Singh used a good phrase, that is mental case. Samita Kar used pro-life person, that is epithet. And Gaurav Babu used every nook and corner, analytical precision, top notch. Then Sivakumar used I was chasing like a rotor of water, that is a metaphor. ALVS Prapurna used sayings, VP is called the mother of the club, and reverse meetings. Gauri Agarwal used a good word, profound. Mamta Jain used showcased, polished delivery. Sourav Dutta used ethos, logos, pathos, and verbose. Nancy Goel used a word, pivotal. Samita Kar used bucket list. Elios used a saying, being courageous is dying. Deepesh Kumar used compliments are overrated and you are a piece of mystery. I used a idiom, stars align. And today only two person used the word of the day, and that is Gaurav Babu and Elios. Now in terms of recommendations, someone used have reached. It should be had reached according to the contest, and someone used I do fascinate. It should be I am fascinated with, and someone used it was lacking. It should be it lacked. So in conclusion, I would say that mistakes in terms of using filler words or grammatical errors is are a natural part of the learning process. So the only way to get rid of such mistakes is to speak and practice. Even if you make mistakes, continue speaking and practicing. That's all from my side. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, our listener for today. Our language evaluator for today, Toastmaster Sunil. The report was so crisp, and it just makes us sure that okay, our language evaluator was really attentive. It wasn't just some random report you put it on the screen. And this is the kind of concentration every students require in a school, and I'm sure you would have been an attentive student back in your school days. So moving on, we have our listener for today, waiting for all the questions from our meeting today. So it is none other than Toastmaster Jay. Toastmaster Jay, please throw your question.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I'll be asking questions. Let's see how we have all been listening. I would like to ask the people who this question is related to not answer and give others a chance to answer. Okay, we start off with the easy one. What is Toastmaster Samita's bucket list for the next year?
To make solo trips.
Okay, that's right. To make solo trips and without a plan, just go
Yeah,
for it.
unplanned solo trips.
Next question is, how is Toastmaster Prapurna motivated to join the Gabbys as well as to become the VP Education? There are 2 points she mentioned mainly.
By the posters on the road.
That's incorrect.
How do you plan the educational speakers?
It was mainly networking and scope, to build networking and for more scope in the online meeting. All right. Next question. What are the 2 things Toastmaster Ritu and myself will put on the billboard for one day?
Potholes and traffic.
Bangalore
That's
traffic.
correct. It was more specific, cleanliness and traffic, but that's also correct. Next question. What are Toastmaster Deepesh's view on compliments as well as insults?
Compliments are overrated.
Overrated.
They are not an accurate reflection of who you are.
That's correct. All the answers were correct. And final question, what did DTM Saurav Dutta, 3 things that interviewers sees during
It was
interviews?
pathos and logos.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. That concludes the questions for today's. Back to General Evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay. I mean, the questions were crisp and to the point. So thank you for that. So let's give hands together for our TEL team. So moving on, this was our TEL team. This was the evaluation. We did start the meeting right on time. We did push it here and there in between, but I feel we are almost there. And the table topic session, right? The round robin table topic, that was something I enjoyed thoroughly, and I believe all of us did enjoy, because that was something three of the contestants or the speakers thought about, right? So I believe that is somewhere we have enjoyed, we will continue, and we will make it better. Overall, thank you for giving your time, everyone. I would like to give the stage to our presiding officer. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So here we are coming to the end of our meeting today. Now, Toastmaster of the day, would you like to end your topic? Wrap
Yes,
up
sure.
your topic? Yeah.
Yeah. So today's meeting reminded us that while fear may try to anchor us, courage gives us wings. Every speaker, evaluator, and role taker today stepped forward in that very spirit. And that's what Toastmasters is all about, growing through action. So origami can be used in your me time, and it can also be used to make unleash the inner child in you, and it can help in people who have ADHD. It has been used in ADHD adults also, to make sure that they concentrate more. So that is, origami can be made a part of your life. So do give it a chance, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So back to the presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Samita.
Thank you so much. Let us hear for our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Esha, for picking up a topic which suddenly transformed us to our childhood. I was waiting for you to show us how to make that fan, which we usually make, or the aeroplane, and then ask everyone to fly those aeroplanes. We would have definitely loved. Next time, you please do that. Origami, something which has nothing but creates a lot of things. A lot of life lessons to take from that. We usually say that we don't have certain things. That's the reason we could not do certain things. But such activities show us back that not necessary to have everything in life to create something beautiful out of it. So that's the lesson I'm taking back today from origami. It is Gabby's meeting, two clubs. So what is there for you? There are lots of roles to be taken. There is a lot of speaking slots, lots of practice to be had. So please pick up the roles, start practicing your speeches, and make sure we are learning and we are growing together every single week. Let me ask the guests a quick feedback. I can see guest Toastmaster Shalin is here. Would you like to give us a quick feedback?
So thank you for that. I was really looking forward to that session, that table topic session, and that was one of the major reasons why I joined today's meeting, and I really enjoyed it. And looking forward to more such sessions in future also.
Thank you so much. I can see Pallavi Agarwal. Pallavi Agarwal?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I really love Gabby's session, and here I love the most. Today's table topic was very interesting. It has something new. How everyone continued the other person's stories, and I love the evaluation part. And I hope this evaluation will help us to be a better speaker. Thank you so much, and back to you.
Thank you so much. Yes, the table topic today was something different, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed when I got only 1 minute to speak. In Gabby's, we love to speak 5 to 7 minutes, if not 2 to 3 minutes at least. But 1 minute, that was definitely a challenge, what to say and what not to say. And today, we all showed that we can speak. We can speak for 1 minute, we can speak for 2 to 3 minutes, and we can speak for 5 to 7 minutes too. But the twist definitely was what the other speaker has spoken, and how do you continue with that topic with your own thoughts in place. That was really interesting. And I hope all of you enjoyed it. The polls are on your screen. Don't forget to keep on voting your favorite speaker, evaluator, and the role takers.
Polls are done, Samita. I've sent it to you on Zoom chat, also on WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, thank you so much. Today's best speaker. Yes, it is none other than Toastmaster Prapurna. A huge round of applause for our best speaker. The best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Ritu George. A huge round of applause to Toastmaster Ritu. And role taker. Role taker is Toastmaster Gauri Agarwal, our table topic master today. A huge round of applause for Toastmaster Gauri. And auxiliary role taker is Toastmaster Sunil Gupta, our language evaluator, for keeping an eye on us, on how we are speaking. And the evaluator, best evaluator, is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. A lot of learning from you. With that, we come to end of another meeting of Gabbys. See you on Saturday at 10 o'clock in a hybrid meeting. Till then, bye-bye. Take care and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye bye. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night all.